Shit. What up there, gaming communities? This is your boy chdeaaanime, or chdeaaanime, whatever you want to call me. And today, I'm here to talk about, well, not talk about, I'm here to review, wait for it, Dragon Age Origins. No, but seriously, I'm here to review Dragon Age Origins. Now, before I get started, I just want to say, yeah, I know it's been a minute since I've done a Let's Review for gaming, but we here, we in, let's do this. Yeah. Now, Dragon Age, I'm gonna give you my final feelings on the game in a second, but I just want to go ahead and say this: with Dragon Age Inquisition like a month away from us now, I do feel like this is the appropriate time for any of you guys who haven't played the Dragon Age games to get familiar with what's going on. So the first Dragon Age game sets you in the world of Thetis, in which you can play as a Grey Warden. People who basically protect the world from the dark, evil creatures that live underground known as Darkspawn, that no one knows where they come from, although there is a really good fairy tale where they come from. But it is your job as a Grey Warden to stop the evil of the Blight, which is basically the Darkspawn horde that comes from underground every few thousand years or so. And it's your job to put it to an end. You gather your armies and you fight against the Blight. And you do it in any way you can. Now, this is yet another game built upon choice. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the story. The story in Dragon Age, and I'm also going to put story and characters a part of the same thing, because I feel like characters make a story along with the story in itself. So, the story of Dragon Age is a really good story. Now, albeit it's not necessarily original, but nothing is really original. It's not like you've seen stuff like this before, the organization that stands up against the evil, it's that sort of story, but it does it in its own unique way, and it makes you feel a part of the universe and the story. Now, for starters, you get to create your own character. You get to choose between a human, a dwarf, an elf, and what is the other one? Is that it? Human, dwarf, elf. Yeah, that's it. The human, dwarves, and elves. So you get to choose between those three races. And the cool part is each one of those races has a background story. Depending on the race that you choose, you get to choose the background story. You could choose to be a mage. You could choose to be, come from the circle. You could choose to come from the underground shady spots of the dwarves. They give you specific backgrounds that you can choose. My personal favorites were the common dwarf, the commoner elf, and the highborn prince human. Now, those two are some of the best two stories in my opinion. But I didn't really play too much of the others because I don't like mages, but either way it goes. So, the characters in and of themselves are amazing. Every one of these characters I personally remembered. I loved each character for who they were. Each character had their own special quirks, and there's a system. And this is one of the best parts of Dragon Age, is that instead of giving you a good or bad system, you just get dialogue. You get to choose what you say, and depending on the choices that you make, some of your comrades may like it, but others may not. You may have comrades who are like, let me give you an example. There's a piece of bread that you must steal. This is not in the game, because I'm not giving you spoilers. I don't do spoilers in my reviews, but let's say there's a piece of bread right there, right? You say, I'm going to steal the piece of bread. Your nicer comrades are going to be like, and then you're going to lose points with them. Literally, you have points with your comrades. And then the more evil characters in your group, I guess you could say, will be like, oh, okay, cool. Well, darker characters, not evil. None of your followers are really evil per se, except for maybe one, but each character is different and has their own morals, which adds to the story. And then you have their background stories and missions. It's just really, really deep, rich story. The story is very character driven, is a better way to put it. And it's just cool to watch all these characters. You, of course, since this is a BioWare game, can romance people and have sex with your clothes on, because fuck logics, but whatever. So, story in Dragon Age, story and characters, gets that thumbs up in my opinion. Now, the next thing is gameplay. Now, oh my god, this is where things get tricky. The gameplay in Dragon Age follows Baldur's Gate, if I'm correct. I did some research on the game. This is supposed to be the spiritual successor of Baldur's Gate, which I've never played that game. So when I bought Dragon Age Origins, I thought it was going to be just action RPG where you press the buttons and you do action. But no, that's not how Dragon Age Dragon Age Origins works. And I want to tell you this now because no one really filled me in on this when I freaking purchased the damn game. It's an auto attack. So you sit there and you watch your character attacks, and you have them attack, and you have, them do special attacks here and there. But now, when I first saw this and I bought it, I almost returned Dragon Age. I'm not even joking. Like, I was like, I don't do fucking auto attack. But then I stopped and I actually played the game. And I said, you know what, fucking, I'm going to actually put some time in and play the game. And I found myself loving the combat system and the gameplay in the game. I found myself loving the finishers, because you get these little if you get like critical when your opponent is half dead, you can get these finishers where you can cut a person's head off or whatever. And it really is a deep, it's not deep, but it's a fun, very fun combat system if you are the sort to like auto attack games, which I found out, I guess I like certain auto attack games. So if you can put up with auto attack, this combat system is very fun. And you can add a tactical element by stopping in the middle of combat and changing your characters and telling them where to go and what to do, who to attack. Like, you can really get deep within the tactic. Now, the PC version is the better version for gameplay and story, pretty much everything. So if you do have a gaming PC, I highly recommend you go buy this game for the PC. But if you don't, Xbox 360 and PS3, both great options to buy the game either way it goes. So gameplay, good in my opinion. Gets that another thumbs up. Now, graphics. This is where I was kind of like, because we're currently in 2014 and we've seen games that it looks like damn near real people are on the screen. But Dragon Age Origins comes from like 2008, 2009 graphics. So it's not really on that level. Now, I don't remember games too much from 2009 and the graphics for them back then. So I can't really say if the graphics were just great or perfect or whatever. I don't know. But I will say that the graphics didn't bother me any. Like, I don't feel like I'm not gonna use graphics for this one. I don't feel like they're dated, but I don't feel like they're great. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, I'm very mixed on this. This is just this is a you thing. If you are a graphics whore, then I don't think you should buy this game. Because this is a game from 2009. But if you can say screw graphics, it doesn't matter, then this is also a great game. Now, the sound and the music. This will be the end of the review, by the way. So, sound and the music. The music in Dragon Age is nice. I feel like the game has good music. Like, I feel like it has good battle music, good peace music. Like, it has very inspiring music at times. Like, it gets you pumped for the fight. It gets you pumped for the mission. You know what I'm saying? Like, it does well. And the sound, it sounds good for its time. You know what I'm saying? This is a perfect game for its time. So, overall, with all these things considered and all the things that I, feel about Dragon Age Origins, I'm going to give it this rating. This is going to be my personal rating for Dragon Age Origins. I think my camera might have desynced, might be wrong, whatever, but these are my personal feelings for Dragon Age Origins. And I honestly feel like Dragon Age Origins is a must buy. I feel like you should play this game. Now, if you don't like RPGs, if you do not like auto attack games, do not buy this game. I'm serious, don't buy it. If you know you don't like auto attack and RPG games, this is not a game for you. But if you like putting hundreds of hours into a game, side missions, deep story and deep characters and a relatively rich story full of lore, and you like auto attack type combat games, and this is the game for you, I highly suggest you give it a try. So this is a must buy for me. I'm going to go ahead and call that a review. This is your boy chdeaaanime signing out. Please be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and do other things to help Black Brother thrive. And I will catch y'all on the flip. It has been golden. Peace out, gaming communities.